Okay, make sure we are on split. And we should be live. Okay, it's on the screen. Okay, so that's great, perfect. And I'll be checking that every once in a while just to make sure that we stay up, since I had that issue before. But yeah, let's see if that works. I'm not showing that.
I saw it, the welcome.
Did you see it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Perfect. Okay, well, I guess we will get started then. So welcome everyone to the expert interviews. This is where we have online experts that are going to test tip or tool or strategy that is going to help you get an instant result when you implement it. And I think the key is we learn so much information and so much of it is overwhelming. And, you know, every email you read, every webinar you read, everything. And it's really great to be able to have one step, one thing that can, you know, catapult your business just by implementing it. And that is the key, is implementation. That's kind of what I'm all about, is taking action, implementing what we learn. So my name is Lisa Mizels. I'm your host today, and I'm also the creator of the this expert interview series, and I'm the founder of Famana. That's just my company. I'm also the creator of the internationally acclaimed Empowered Living video show, and I'm an online visibility strategist. So I help entrepreneurs get really clear, confident, and visible so that they can get noticed and get clients online. Entrepreneurs, especially women coaches and healers, which make up the majority of my own audience, often struggle with really wanting to be visible, but not wanting to be seen. And so as service-based owners, they're comfortable kind of in the position of support, being behind the scenes and, you know, not publicly displaying their vulnerability. And that's what you have to do if you want to stand out online. So I have a lot of different visibility opportunities for my tribe, for experts. And so this is one of them. So I'm putting on this online expert interview series. And so if you're an entrepreneur who may be struggling to get action or to get instant results, this is absolutely for you. And here's how it's going to go down. So I'm going to be introducing my guest and the topic that they're going to be talking about, and then we'll dive into the interview and learn some really juicy stuff. And I'm a huge for that. You know, you're rooted why it really helps you, drives you forward. And so I've asked all my experts to talk about after when we get to that point. So today I'm going to be talking to my guest about finding your way through your inner work. So can you hear me?
Yeah. You're kind of
Okay.
cutting
We're just, oh, okay.
There you
Well,
go.
welcome to you.
Thank you.
Yeah. So finding your light through your inner work. I mean, that's such important stuff. We were talking a little bit about it before we actually went live. So this is really exciting. So let me tell you a little bit about Erica. Angel Erica, is a medium and an intuitive counselor with an innate ability to communicate with loved ones who have crossed over. So regardless of the subject matter, from relationships to personal development or finances, she's actually able to tune into her client's spiritual energy and provide them with an in-depth reading that offers them insight to discover their path. And she's the VP of the Holistic Chamber of Commerce, and she's active in the community and helps people find their inner selves and her healing work. And she wants to touch more people and help them make the changes in their life to bring them light and happiness. And her mission is to help millions of people tap into their light and their self and find their path. So I ask all of my experts their big why. And this is, like I said before, because I think this is what helps drive us forward. So Erica, what is your big why and how did you discover it?
So I was in a very dark place in my life, and I didn't feel happy. I didn't feel that drive of getting up every day. And so when my uncle passed away about 2.5 years ago, I found my why. I found my purpose. I found my life path. And it was, the mediumship and helping other people. Um, Find their light and find that drive in their life, because there was a point where I didn't know what that was. I didn't know how to find it. And so that is my why. I want to help others to find that tool and find that momentum in their life that makes them wake up and say, yes, I'm living my dream. I'm living my purpose. I'm happy. I am living in joy.
Yes. Yes. I always say follow the joy and then you know you're on the right path, right?
Yes.
Awesome. So let's jump in to your instant result. So tell us what you've got for us.
So I have really tapping into your intuition. By doing this, all of the answers are there. We just don't know how to tap into that, or sometimes we just push it away. So, those times where you start getting a very heavy gut feeling that, should I really do this? Is this the right thing? Listen to your body, because your body does not lie to you. It's your tool, it's your driving force. And so, the more you can tap into that awareness, um, it will help you to open up the doors. It will help your path to be open for you. And so I can say, like, when you're wanting to make a decision, sit with the question, or sit with the options and ask yourself, is this in alignment with me? Is this what I should be doing? And listen to your body, because it will get heavy if it's not for you and it's not in alignment. You'll get like a very icky, heavy feeling, and if it is in alignment with you, it'll feel very light. You won't have to question it. It'll feel very free. And so that's how we tap into our intuition and use that to guide us and to direct us, because it's your soul inside of you telling you the decisions, how to listen to them easier. And we also have that inner voice in our mind that is our own voice. And we have to distinguish between the two voices. One is the ego, and one is our higher self. And our higher self will question us. It will ask us, why are you going there when you've already experienced that and it wasn't a good experience? Or why aren't you exercising? Because it makes you feel good. It's that questioning voice that we always have, but we just don't know what that is, right? We hear those two voices, but sometimes that ego is very empowering. And so we have to learn how to meditate, how to quiet our mind in order to hear that higher self more often.
Yes, and I think that's such a great point because when you're sitting with a decision, you have that, well, you should do this and you should do that. And then, when you think about it and you're thinking, well, I should do this. This is like what everybody's told me to do or whatever. And you get that kind of like tight, I call it, like you said, heavy. I think it's like a tight where you can hardly breathe kind of feeling,
Yes.
where you're breathing shallow, right?
Yes.
And then when you think about something else, and we were talking about this following the joy, when you think about something else that brings you joy or is a challenge to where you need to go to up level yourself,
Mm-hmm.
then it feels like kind of exciting, like maybe
Mm-hmm.
a little scary,
Yes.
but it's not the same as that tight heaviness. Is that
Right.
right?
Yes, it's that change. It sometimes that scares us in making that choice or that decision, but that's what spirit wants us to do. Make those leaps of faith. Trust that this is the right path. It may not make sense to you at the moment, But in the long run,
Mhm.
it will start to make more sense as you start trusting and believing that inner voice, that intuition that's guiding you.
And we often want validation. So we're looking
Yes.
for validation outside of us. Like we hear this inner voice and we're like, give me a sign. So I know people do like dowsing. What is the best way to get validation?
I mean, for me, it's been just trusting it. And, like sometimes we're going somewhere and we're like, oh, I think it's this street, right? I think it's this road. And then we keep going. And then we're like, it is that road. So we turn it back around and we go down that road, right? And so it's listening to that first urge, that first inner feeling like I shouldn't be questioning myself. I should trust it, right? And so oftentimes we have to go through it in order to learn it and
Yeah.
start trusting it. And so,
Yes.
listening to that little voice first that's telling you and knowing that it's right, right? And so it's that consistency with yourself that, yes, this is the right opportunity. Yes, this is the right choice. And not doubting it, right? We have that mentality of doubt a lot of times, and it's the mindset. And so it's the mind that we have to heal, right? We have to practice the mindset work. And that's another tool that I use is um, journaling and tapping. I started to learn that. And just yesterday I saw a video and it said that the most successful people, they journal. And they write down their goals, they write down their inspirations, and they put them all over their house because it takes 20 or more times to see your goal written, to believe it,
Mm,
to
mm,
visualize it, to
wow.
write it down. And so a lot of, successful people journal because it's the mindset that holds us back from doing
Yeah,
things.
absolutely. Such great information. And I wanted to ask you, as an expert, you have a big why and you are taking a stand for something. And this is really, what I who I love to be connected with are people with a big message and a big, you know, reason to take a stand up for other people or stand up for yourself. Or what is your big stance? What are you taking a stand for?
I stand for women taking charge of their life, women standing up for what they believe in, and having that voice and having that drive to show others that no matter what gender you are, you can have that voice. And especially women, because oftentimes we get shut down. Um, you know, the male population is very overpowering, so we don't get that voice, we don't get um that light that we need. And so oftentimes we're always giving it to other people, and so we have to find it within ourselves, and we have to learn what that is to really live by it and to inspire and to believe in yourself, right? You have to believe in yourself in order to help others believe in themselves. And so it takes a lot of strength and courage.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, being bold. And I think a lot of it comes from our past and our upbringing and how
Yes.
we, might have been like told to, settle down, be quiet, all of the dampening of our light. And so it takes a lifetime for us to be able to just come out of that shell and peel off those protective layers is what I call them, and really come out into who you want to become, because we're always in reinventing ourselves every single moment. We can be whoever we want to be, right?
Yes,
Which
definitely. It's just
awesome.
going through those layers of healing, because through life we go through those healing, and sometimes we think we've got it and we healed it, and it'll show up in a different way, through a person, through a thing. And it reminds us, what are our life lessons? Because we all come in here with life lessons, and we have to learn what those are and identify them. And they'll become easier as we go along.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, it's recognizing the patterns that keep popping up. I love this. Is such great information. So tell us what you have cooking up. What are you doing right now? Do you have any specials or what's going on?
So I do have a spiritual community group. And I help people, find their light and give them the tools and help them through how to find that inner voice, how to find that inner strength. And so that is something that I'm working on building, because there's a lot of people that need that constant reminder, that constant one-on-one attention in a group setting, because not only are you going through it, but there's people around you that are going through it. And as um, I want to build this community to help other women to learn how to uplift each other, learn how to um, engage in communication and how that looks, and how they can have it in their life. And
Yeah,
so that's something that you can find on my website and read more about it.
awesome. Great. Well, so good to have you. And I love your instant tip. Check in with yourself. Tune into yourself if you're making a decision and feel what your body says.
Yes, exactly.
Perfect. I love it. All right. Well, thanks for being a part of this expert interview series. And for the listeners and reviewers, we will be back again with another interview series expert tomorrow. And so we will see you then. Thanks, Erica, so
Thank you,
much.
Lisa. Have a wonderful day.
Okay. You too. Bye bye.
Thanks. Bye.